Hey, welcome to this episode of the Spiritual Frequency podcast with me, Iona, here at the Soul Legacy TV. It says that I'm not showing up where I want to. So anyway, all right. So wherever you're watching or listening to this, I will repurpose this episode for you. If you are a subscriber, then you'll be familiar with the episode. And if you are not, what I want to do is give you a rundown of how this episode will flow. So the Seven Frequency podcast with me, again, Iona, founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, will flow every single day. I will come live for Contribution Freedom Mondays. And so on this episode, what I will do is reflect how you are living into your purpose and give you some spiritual life coaching so that you can have that life work balance as you get your light work out in the world, as you build your life purpose-led business. So life work balance and spiritual business success for me, don't know what it means for you, let me know in the comments, but for me, success means having balance in all areas of my life. And I don't mean like balance, everything is just always even. Sometimes it might feel like out, you're focusing on it more so, but it's working in harmony. That's what I want to support you in doing with this podcast. So it's very practical. We are going to journal together, we're going to visualize together, we're going to set intentions together. If you have a drink, or if you don't have a drink, grab one. I've got mine. And we're going to journal down together. I'm going to use what I call my Soul Legacy Journal, 365 days of your spiritual waking story, co-create a soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. So let me give you the rundown of this episode and then we'll dive in. So if you don't have a pen and paper, as I'm going to share with you what I'm going to cover, you can grab one. If you don't have a drink, go and grab one. If you're listening to this on the replay, do share it out. Do still comment. If you're watching me live, I can see a couple of you are on there live. What I will do is I'll come back to any comments. Let me just see if I can see any. I'll come back to any comments that you guys have, any questions or anything like that. And if you're a student of mine watching this in the Soul Legacy Academy, then you know that you can continue on this journey with me on a 2-hour monthly coaching call for spiritual life and work balance. All right. So today's episode, again, the Seven Frequency is about your freedom, right? Having more freedom in how you contribute in the world, like not being restricted, because we know that, you know, working for others, it doesn't always feel that good. As light workers, we kind of don't really want to be put in a box. We know that we're meant for more, right? And so not always that we know how to do that and how to balance our light work and our lifestyle. And that's what this is about. I've been able to balance mine. I've been able to share with my students how to balance theirs. I do drop off. I'm not perfect at it, but hopefully me sharing this process will support you. So we're going to talk about in this episode, I've got notes in my journal. All right. So if I look down, it's because I've got notes. I don't want to miss anything. So we're going to talk about your vision. I have a vision board challenge, create 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board and bank 50K in 50 days challenge. And as we go through this episode, I'm going to share more about that and invite you to it. If you haven't actually done your vision board with me, I do it annually on the second week in December, Monday to Sunday at 7:30 p.m. UK time, live here at the Soul Legacy TV Spiritual Business Success with Iona YouTube channel. So we're going to talk about your vision for that life work balance. And as we create our vision, I create our vision board in 7 areas, which I'm going to lay out to have that balance and that harmony. So the first one is contribution freedom on day 1 Mondays, and then health freedom and emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. As light workers, we don't get to just contribute and not receive financial freedom. Spoiler alert. Especially if we've got money blocks, like, you know, I know that many of my students want to overcome the money blocks, but they don't know how. They don't know how to build the business, they don't know how to monetize the business. I've got you covered, so don't worry. All right. So again, if you leave any comments, I will come to them towards the end. So we're going to talk about your vision. We're going to rate our vibrational frequency, how we feel in alignment with that. So this is a practical podcast, it is about having that a session, spiritual life coaching. If I was sat in front of you, and if you're a student of mine, you know I do this all the time. If I was sat in front of you as your coach, this is what I would do. Rate your vibrational frequency. How in alignment do you feel with that vision? Do you feel like you're already the version of you that is on your vision board? And again, you're going to need to do a vision board in order for this to make more sense, and journal the process with me. We're going to set intentions right here on this daily podcast on the 7 Freedom Frequency around your contribution today. And then we'll talk about set intentions for your health, your emotions, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances. You get it, right? So that's what we set a day for each area of your life, because it's that important. We break down your life and then we put it back together and have more freedom. All of a sudden, you've got more freedom because you're being very intentional and you've set intentions, okay? So we're going to set 3 intentions, 1 to 3 intentions, actually moving forward with your goals or your bucket list items. I will share my journey with you as well. We are going to play the soul income game. I love this. With the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge on your spiritual business vision board. A lot of my students are like, how am I going to do that? Like, is she crazy? But we do it vibrationally first. We raise our vibration around money, and then we do it in the physical world. I have a masterclass for you where I will bonus in the 2 hours of art coaching. I call it the 7 Freedoms Call-in Gym. And so it's $77 per month, which I actually gift my students, my masterminders and boot campers. We've got the book for today, which is Ask and It Is Given. I've got a card for today from Keepers of the Light. And then we are going to express gratitude. So this, again, this podcast episode, if you listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, and you're like, oh, you're consuming lots of content, what I want to do is encourage you to journal with me, not just watch people's stuff, actually be practical. And that might feel a little bit weird and might feel a little bit different, like you're scrolling, just watching all of the gurus, like what they're doing. What I want to do is support you in actually manifesting light work and lifestyle balance, okay? And somebody just messaged me on LinkedIn. Okay, I will get back to you. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is talk about your vision for contribution. Do you have a vision? So this helps you to get clarity, right, on all areas of your life. And what I use is what I call the Soul Legacy Wheel. Being the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, I have the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, the Soul Legacy Movement. With the Soul Legacy Movement, my intention is to assist in improving the mental health and well-being of our nation and our future generation, in escaping poverty consciousness, and elevating a prosperity consciousness. And it starts with me, it starts with you. So we raise our vibration to the vibration we wish to witness in the world. And that's what this 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is all about. So on the vision board, we break down each area of your life for these 7 areas. So contribution is what we're going to focus on today. And so if you have not done your vision board, that's fine. You can do it after this episode. I have done my vision board. And so I do my vision board for a year. And so when we create a badass spiritual business vision board, I invite you to really visualize how you want to get your light work in the world, whether that is writing a book, that is doing a coaching program, whether that's doing retreats, whether that's doing healing circles, whether that's doing whatever it is doing, starting a YouTube channel, just starting a group, whatever it is to actually reach your soul tribe, to make your difference in the world, have that soul tribe impact, have that soul family influence, and that soul client income. I actually have written my book. If you're not a student of mine or you're not a subscriber, you might not know, but I have my book. It's called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. And inside this book is that wheel. No, the actual wheel is not inside it, but the book is talking about the wheel. And that's how we create that life work balance. That's how we leverage your light work and your lifestyle. By looking at, I have the visual on the Vision Board Challenge and in the Soul Legacy Academy. So the visual, if you imagine a wheel, like the wheel of life, right? And so when coaches often use the wheel of life, when we do spiritual life coaching, we talk about like rating your, how fulfilled you feel, on a scale of 1 to 10. For the soul legacy wheel, we rate your vibrational frequency. It's not just about attracting everything to you. What it is, for the 7 freedoms frequency, is emitting the vibration that you want to witness in the world, want to witness in your world. So when you have your vision of contribution, it's not that all of those things will just be attracted to you. It's kind of backwards. Underneath that law of attraction is the law of vibration. So you've got to be emitting the vibration in order to attract it, right? And so I had my book on my vision board, and I was listening to an earlier episode when I first do these daily lives. And I remember I was saying, oh, you know, one day I'm going to write my book and I'm going to have my book. It's on my vision board, and the C.H.E.E.R.S community absolutely love it. I'd love for you to purchase the book and do a review if you are in alignment with that. I have a course inside of there that supports you in getting clarity about your contribution as well, if you resonate with that. It's a $55 course. I actually give it to my readers. And so visualizing how you want to contribute, how you what it is that you want to do. For me, on my vision board now for 2025 and beyond, is to manifest 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's beyond that, but that's me coming from that space. Now, when you put something on your vision board like that, it's not just going to be attracted, like not just going to have a book. I had to write the book, I had to do the cover of the book, the title of the book, and lay out the principles. And although it manifested in a way from my spiritual business vision board and me contributing, does that make sense? So you've got this vision, but it isn't without soul guided action, if that makes sense. So you want to move through your day with ease, grace, and flow, and being guided by the universe of what to do next. But it isn't just going to come about, like, isn't just going to be like, oh, well, I'm an author of a book without doing anything. So I'm not going to have 100,000 on my email without doing anything. I'd love for you to share this out and support me and invite other people in if you've enjoyed this episode, but like without me showing up daily, right? Without me having a plan to do that, without me actually having a concept, having an idea, having a clear vision of who I'd be, right? And so I love contributing in the way that I do. How do you want to contribute? So the vision board of you contributing, once you've got that clear and you've created images, you can put them on a corkboard. I teach you to do a Canva, a digital vision board, and then create like a photo collage, and I share with you mine on the vision board challenge. And then on Canva you can actually do a video montage, and I teach you to add music to it and play it every single day. And that's just setting your intention and reminding you who you be when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed. Play it as many times as you like, but play it over the next 7 days for the intentional living commitment. Play it over the next 49 days. Play it over the next year. If you are a student of mine in the Soul Legacy Academy, you are bonus in the 7 freedoms frequency call-in gym for visionary lightworkers, then I will be challenging you to do this with me for a year. Imagine like setting your intention, showing up, speaking out and serving deep in your contribution for an entire year. That's what I set for me, and believe me, I drop off all of the time, but we want to be holding each other accountable. I'll be holding you accountable, and this daily life holds me accountable. So hopefully that makes sense. Your vision board for your contribution. And so your vibrational frequency that you want to rate is what we do every single day. So the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is about vibrating at the frequency that you wish to witness in the world. Did you see the light go out? Like the light went out. I don't know if it'll go back on or not. No, it won't. It's cool. It is actually live. So the vibration that you wish to witness in the world. So when we rate our vibration on the Soul Legacy Wheel, we think of how we're vibrating in terms of being in alignment with our North Star, what's guiding us in each area of our life. So for contribution, one of my North Stars is showing up authentically, being raw and real, even when the light goes out, right? That's really important to me. I didn't want to edit my videos. I wanted to go live. Some people say, you know, when you start a YouTube channel, you've got to edit, you've got to do this, you've got to, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show up raw and real and have a conversation with you, right? If you leave any comments, I can't see them depending on where you're watching this, but I will come back to them, okay? So rating the vibrational frequency between what I say a 1 and 11. It's not a 10, a 0 to 10. You don't get to rate your life a 0 because you're breathing. So it's between 1 and 11. 11 is your North Star, being tuned into that soul guidance, listening to the nudges and the whispers from the universe. I mean, ask and it is given. So how do you feel? Do you feel in soul funk or do you feel in soul flow? Do you feel like, just intuitively, rate your vibration? And again, I shared more of how to do that on the Vision Board Challenge. And so my vibrational frequency today is an 11. I'm here, I'm showing up, right? And I'm contributing, and I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And I paused these daily lives and I've come back out doing them again. So it's definitely 11. I feel in alignment with my movement. I feel in alignment with my message, and I feel in alignment with my money. Like, so it's an 11 for me. What would your vibrational frequency be around your contribution intuitively? 1 is like meh, and 11 is like high vibing. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing in the world, what you do, you want to do, what you're meant to do. You're leaving your legacy. You're launching your day, leading your day, and leaving your day with contribution in it. All right. So that's the vision board. That's the rating of vibration in terms of I've got 100,000 subscribers on my vision board. So like showing up doing this. When I had my book on there, that meant I was writing my book. So my vibration was high because I was in alignment with the intention that I set. All right. So 1 to 3 things that you can do, setting your soul's intention in terms of, yes, you've got your vision board. Say I've got my vision board of manifesting and 100,000 subscribers here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business with Iona. So 1 to 3 things that I could do. This is one. Show up daily. I plan out my daily life. So what could you do? If it's write a book, if it's do a coaching program, if it's run a retreat, what are the 1 to 3 things that you do over this next week, just this next week? And you can come back, you can post them down below if you think, oh, okay, these are my goals. This is my bucket list item. Like, I want to come back. And again, if you are a student of mine, you come and you set your intentions, write it down in your journal, so that when we get on that monthly call for the 7 Friends Frequency Calling Gym, you've got a record of your journey throughout the month, and then I can support you and actually coach you right on the group coaching call. But write down those you want to manifest, the things that you know that you need to be doing. You know, the things that you're like, I'll do those another day. No, set your intention to do them over this next week. If it takes you longer than a week, it's absolutely fine, but at least you're moving, you're feeling. Oftentimes, my students feel like a fraud, they feel like an imposter. That's because they're not actually doing the work that they said that they feel called to do, right? So are you building your spiritual business? Are you in alignment with your life purpose? Do you have clarity around that? No shame, okay. But when you're not, you feel like an imposter. You feel, because you're not doing the thing, right? So set the intentions, 1 to 3 things. Let me know if you want to. If you're a student of mine, we have private coaching. The next thing that I want to do is play this all income game. So I talked about this spiritual life coaching session, right? And so in order to manifest in terms of your contribution and receiving that financial freedom, you've got your lifestyle in between. And so I'm really big on success being that harmony, and that, you know, we're not just going out there and serving everyone. We're not just chasing after the money. Actually, what lifestyle do we want to have? So the soul income game is something that I developed. I was inspired by Frederick Lerman. I was also inspired by looking down at the book Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks. They've got prosperity game. And it's about prosperity. Again, my mission, the Soul Legacy movement, is about raising our vibration and frequency into a prosperity consciousness, right? So part of that, making a transition from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness, is spending money, right? And being in alignment with it. Some people horrified, like, she's making me spend money, like, oh gosh. But when you're building a spiritual business, it's an actual business which actually earns you money. And when you're contributing and you're receiving financial freedom, it impacts your health and your emotions and your environment and your relationships and your spiritual freedom. Like, that connection, it's flowing, right? It's just energy. So in the Soul Legacy Journal, it's a notebook. This is a blank notebook that you can get on Amazon. I've written in my notebook. I've got a lined one that you can get on Lulu. And again, it's 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. So that's spiritual life coaching after your awakening. Like, what do you do after you've woken up to your life purpose? Like, who's around to actually support you? So this is what this journal is for. And I say it's a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers, because we play the soul income game in that, meaning we spend our vibrational money voucher daily. This journal is a magical journal. It gives you a vibration voucher. You'll see images of it on the Vision Board challenges. You'll see images of it in the Soul Legacy Academy. If you are doing the Soul Income Game Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge with me as a student, you'll see that there is a whole online teaching portal, and I have day 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 50 laid out, so you can tick it off. This is your day 1 to banking 50K in 50 days, day 2, and we focus on being in line. So the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day for you to spend. So once you've done your vision board, you might have something in your contribution that you want to spend it on, or on your health, or in your environment, whatever it is. You spend your vibrational money voucher every single day. Now, there are rules to this game, to my game, and one, you tie 10% to a worthy cause. You actually like feel like you're tithing. Go to a worthy cause. I've got worthy causes. Cruise bereavement care is one. I have a donation page if you want to have a bereavement care. I dedicate my work to my son. My son made his transition 9 years ago. I have a worthy cause called Compassionate Friends. It's a charity for bereaved parents. I have a worthy charity, water, and cancer research, which I did a half marathon for, and raised $555 pounds. Sorry. So what is your worthy cause that you would be tithing? So tithe, like actually physically choose a worthy cause and like pretend to spend your vibrational money voucher, so that when you are receiving your financial freedom, your banking 50 days, 50 days, you've got causes and projects that you want to contribute to. Like, one of the reasons why we repel and resist the financial freedom as light workers is because we don't know who will be with it. But I always say that, you know, if more of us light workers who are guided by our soul follow our soul guidance and actually have that financial freedom, the magic that we can do in the world, right? So we don't want to then just allow everybody else to have it and us not. It actually gives you choices. It actually supports you in tithing. So that's part of the soul income game. And again, can't see any comments, but I will come back to them. I will come back to them. Hang on. Let me see if I can. I've got banners up here right now. Hey, love, how you doing? Been trying to connect with the other side. So what the asking is given, Jerry and Esther Hicks are actually channeling. And they say about meditating when they share their story. I don't know if you're familiar with Jerry and Esther Hicks. They were advised to meditate and actually ask for their guides and their channels. I don't do that myself. There's probably people in my community that could support you with that. So yeah, I will set the intention. If you want to join me in the Soul Legacy Academy for our community and our monthly call, then you can do that. If you want to join the group for the Spiritual Business Vision Board and you ask that question, you'll probably get somebody actually in there that can actually support you with that. And because it's not just something that we just dance with and play with, and me just giving you that advice, or well, you do this and you do that. So that is not my area of expertise, but I know lots of my students that do that. And so I like to have that guidance. I go to mediums myself. I don't do it myself. So I have got a medium who is amazing, but she's local. But I'm sure that you've got lots of people who are online, probably in our community. So hopefully that answers that question. And you can see the comments. So if you've got any more, then let me know. So the soul income game. So you tie 10%, you spend your vibrational money voucher on the vision. Like actually go to, so with the Abraham Hicks, Jerry and Esther Hicks, when they do their prosperity game, they say they give you basically a vibrational money voucher. They give you money and they say write it down, double the money every single day. And if you do that game for a year, you actually spend 66 million. And I didn't want to spend 66 million because I wanted to be in vibrational harmony with what I thought that I could actually earn. It was out of the realm of 66 million. Like, you might be in vibrational alignment to that, but I wasn't. So that's why I've developed this game. So you spend your vibrational money voucher, take images of what you're spending it on and post it in the group. If you come to our monthly coaching call, which I give my students, then I will support you. The next part of this 7 Freedoms Frequency, the daily life, what I would love to do is, one, invite you into the community. One way to do that, and one way to share how you contribute in the world, is the masterclass. And I have the masterclass that follows on from the Vision Board Challenge, and it's the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube masterclass. So this journal is a companion to this book. And so I know that my audience, my soul tribe, love books, right? And so we have a book club, we have all the things. So if you come to the book marketing masterclass, I will share with you how to speak to and sign up your high-paying one-to-many stock clients via video with ease, grace, and flow. All right. And so creating passive and leverage income streams so that you can reach more people in the world. All right. So I invite, and I'll leave the links in the description, in the cards, etc. So the book again for today is, and I don't always read a physical book. I have actually got the Audible version of this book, and so I actually listened to the opening credits, and I actually listened to the introduction. And basically, if you're not familiar with this book, Asking It Is Given, Learning to Manifest Your Desires. So Esther and Jerry Hicks channel Abraham. And they give 22 processes for learning how to manifest your desires, for that source energy, for manifesting and learning what manifesting is, actually implementing. That processes are really amazing. I'm going to be going back through this book. Ask It Is Given. Let me know. That inspired me to bring spirituality into my business without doing busy work, without being broke, without experiencing burnout. It's just amazing. So that's the book for today. I've got a card for today. We're going to say gratitude, and then we're going to wrap it up. All right. So the card is from Keepers of the Light, and I pulled this card this morning. You might have your card deck. Many of my students have their card decks. They pull their cards. I don't know if everybody pulls them every day, or you're doing a card pull. Lots of people do them on their YouTube channel. This is just me doing what I feel like I do, and I share with you. I'm going to try not to knock my. I share with you one of the books is Think and Grow Rich, but inside is this card called the Divine Director Intervention. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So this is Keepers of the Light from Kyle Gray. And this is the reason why I use this deck every single day, bringing light into the world. But it looks like my son. So that was my 40th birthday. I'm now 51. And so Donnell, I think so. So Kyle Gray said, look into his card deck, see if you see a family member. Yeah. So I'm just like guided. So again, my son made his transition 9 years ago, and I came across that card deck, and I just like to pull a card from there. So I don't know. I think the other side, they give us lots of signs. So this card is called Green Tara, Supreme Protection. I'll read the message from Carl Gray's book, so you have to forgive me for I have Irlen and dyslexia, so my reading is a little bit robotic, but hopefully you can see that. Can you see it? I don't think you can see it very well. All right. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Legend has it that, I can't say that word. Legend has it that the personification of perfect compassion was looking down on the earth one day and cried tears when he witnessed all suffering in the world. When the tears hit the earth, a lotus formed from which Tara, the goddess of compassion and light, was born. She has many forms based on different colors, and we have chosen green in this oracle because she brings a light of protection and safety in her. My favorite color is green. Okay. Always compassionate and loving. She helps us move into a new state of being and doing. Extended message. You are safe. Protection is all around you. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set out for you. Cords are being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. Just acknowledge them and leave them behind so that you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Green Tara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. She is here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart, and that it is safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. I love that. So what I'm going to do is say, we're going to talk about gratitude, and I'm going to wrap up with gratitude, right? I'm going to leave you with that. Before I do, this spiritual life coaching, for me, spiritual life coaching for Lightworkers and spiritual business coaching. So I have weekly videos based around my book for spiritual business coaching, right? So subscribe to the Soul Legacy TV if you haven't already, and you'll get weekly videos. I'm going to record the first one today. And so my videos go with my book. And so these daily lives go with this companion journal. And what I want you to note before we do wrap up with gratitude is that contribution freedom. In order to have that light work and that lifestyle balance, when you're doing your vision board and then you're journaling out and you're setting your intentions, I want you to bear in mind that contribution is only one of the 7 freedoms. It's the first one of the 7 freedoms, frequency for intentional living for light workers. And so health freedom is next. So when you're looking at how you're contributing in the world and how you're setting the intention over this next week, and again, with me on the monthly call, if you are a student of mine, that you set the intention for the week to contribute in a way that honors your health, right? So you're building a spiritual business where you can work out, you do drink your water, you do sleep well, do you know what I mean? You're building that health around the health and that fitness, and all that's freedom to me. So you're also building your contribution around your emotions, how you feel. Sometimes your emotions, as we go up and down the emotional scale, we'll talk about that on Wednesdays. The emotional scale, moving up and down the emotional scale, Abraham Hicks' emotional scale. When you're contributing in the world, you might feel fear. I felt fear of speaking on camera. I was like, I am not doing that. I didn't like my voice. I didn't like all the things. You're conscious, how you look, all those things. Like, notice how you feel when you're going out and you're setting that intention for contributing, because you want to feel that you are already the version of you that is on your vision board. If you are down at the lower vibration, low frequency, saying fear of success, fear of selling, fear of failure, fear of all other things, fear of judgment, then you're vibrating at a lower vibrational frequency. That's why we want to address raising our vibrational frequency and actually acknowledge where we are vibrating, right? When you think of your contribution, think of your environment. I wanted to be on YouTube. Like, I wanted to do this daily live and be there in the ethers for you to watch on live, for you to join me live every single day for also for replay, for me to put it in the environment of my online teaching portal at the Soul Legacy Academy for the spiritual, create a spiritual business, badass spiritual business vision board, Facebook group, in the Telegram community, in the hub for the global networking hub for ambitious spiritual coaches, earth angels, authors, and entrepreneurs. Lightwork in the world, creating a media kit. Like I wanted to, and the collab calls for that, I wanted to share it with all of my audience. I wanted to be in environments and repurpose. You don't get that with a Facebook Live. So I came off just doing a Facebook Live and decided, hey, I want to be on YouTube and repurpose my content, embed it in and share it out before I go live. That is what I've done today. With when you're contributing, think of in terms of your spirituality, being guided, bringing your spirituality again without doing busy work, without being broke, and without experiencing burnout, like setting intentions and living intentionally and trusting, like really trusting that you can manifest the life that you desire. And then when you think of contribution and finances, how much do you need to contribute in order to receive that financial freedom, in order to bank 50K in 50 days? Do you believe that you could actually one day bank 50K in 50 days? And if you don't, then to the daily lives is going to help you raise your vibration. And again, I can support you in the physical. So we do it in the vibrational world and we do it in the physical. And part of the vibrational world is when we express gratitude. And I'm just looking for my other gratitude stone. I have this. This is a gratitude rock stone. If you've watched the Secret movie, just an anchor to say gratitude on, and we're going to do that and then wrap up this episode. This is a natural stone from my daughter gave me it, and we've done gratitude. I've done gratitude with my partners, I've done gratitude with my kids, just setting out, I call it soul speaking into existence. And then this one is another love heart that my niece had given me, a crystal. So I love it. So I say my gratitude. So that is what I'll be holding on to. Grab whatever it is, or just speak with me, or write your gratitude down. It's absolutely fine. So living an intentional life in this, again, spiritual coaching for light workers, it's about that light work and that lifestyle balance. And if one of your areas of your life is out of balance, it's going to affect the vibrational frequency of the other areas. So one of the easiest ways is to express gratitude for all areas and vibrate at that frequency. Again, that's on your vision board, right? And so thinking and feeling, and in order for your vision board to manifest, before it manifests, you have got to feel it. You've got to see it and feel it first. So the vision board helps you get clarity on what it is that you want to see, what you want to ask for, and then the universe will take care of the rest. All right. So I want to say the way that I say gratitude, and you might have a way of saying it yourself. So the way that I say gratitude is I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. Now, this might be something in the past that you're happy and grateful for, something in the present, or something on your vision board. And so for me, I'm going to do the things that are on my vision board. So I'm soul speaking those into existence. I'm thinking and I'm feeling and I'm acting already and allowing and assuming, as Neville Goddard says, that is actual reality. Our thoughts, our feelings have got to be in alignment. I wanted to read a note from the universe, actually, by Mike Dooley, and I don't know if I can. Let me just grab that. I'm going to do my gratitude. I wanted to actually add a note from the universe. I don't even know where it is. Hang on. Mike Dooley's note from the universe before I say gratitude, because I think this is really, really cool. I had connected with somebody, and actually on a dating app, I'll just be honest, and he gets notes from the universe. I was like, oh my gosh, it's years since I've followed Mike Dooley's work, but he talks about manifesting, and this is the note from the universe today. So hopefully I'll remember to do this. It says, Iona, it's a matter of switching gears, never looking back, and being the person today that you've always dreamed to be. Entertain every thought, say every word, and make every decision from their point of view, in terms of my future point of view. Walk the walk they would walk, dress the way that they would dress, spend your free time the way that they would spend theirs, choose the friends they would choose, eat the meals they would eat, love and appreciate yourself the way that they would. After all, that person is who you really are, the universe. I love that. And so when we're expressing gratitude, it's kind of that. on steroids. So I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. I feel really, truly blessed. And it's about that feeling of having 100,000 subscribers here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. Thank you to everybody, every single one of my subscribers. I appreciate you. Thank you to every single one of my students. Thank you to everyone who comes onto the monthly coaching call, who's in the Soul Guided Millionaires in the Making Mastermind and retreat. I just love it. All of my boot campers, all of my co-authors, I just love you all. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate for my health freedom that I have been able to do my Tough Mudder. I set it on my vision board and I did the Tough Mudder challenge. I've flown in a helicopter. I've done a half marathon. I do something that feels crazy on the 1st of August every single year, and I did the Tough Mudder with my soul daughter and I loved it. It was challenging, but I loved it. I love having that level of fitness to be able to do the Tough Mudder. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate for emotional freedom, just feeling joy every single day, feeling happy that I'm here with you on this daily podcast and sharing it out, and I'm smiling every day. I'm just really happy and grateful. I've moved up the emotional scale from grief to love and empowerment and joy and knowledge and all those things. I love it. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my environment. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate to run my retreats in Thailand. Again, Soul Guided Millionaires in the Making. Every single masterminder, I have 18 masterminders with me on retreat every single year. Absolutely game changer. Love every single student. Just amazing. You guys rock. So for relationships, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my husband. He is amazing. He's super supportive. On my second YouTube channel, the intentional dating to manifest and attract your soulmate and your twin flame, I went through the process of writing my book and going through calling in my one with Catherine Wayward Thomas and waiting for my one for my book. And he's just amazing. He's more than I could have ever imagined a husband would be. Incredible. So thank you, darling. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my spiritual freedom, my co-authors sharing their awakening story, launching the co-author book series every single year is just been amazing. All the spiritual awakening stories that I have in the book from every single co-author just lights me up, brings me to tears, and that we're spreading the word of spiritual awakening and normalizing spiritual awakening for light workers all around the world, getting those stories out of us and into the hands of people that need to read them. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate every single month I have at least 50k coming in for soul client income from my the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, Soul Guided Millionaires in the Making masterminders. I take 18 every single month. We have boot campers, we have 5-day challenge, we have book readers. I just absolutely love it. We have upgraders, we have full payers. I'm so happy and grateful and appreciate all of you. You're amazing. So that is my gratitude for today. I love it. So if you've enjoyed this episode of the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast and you have found value, please do share it out. Help me actually reach more light workers so we can raise our vibrational frequency to what I call the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. Living an intentional life, setting your intentions, being committed to your calling and taking those soul guided actions, I think is just amazing. So that is what I will be doing every single Monday. Do come back. I will share this out again all over the socials. I will repurpose this into a podcast on Spotify and Audible and share it everywhere. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please do come and join me for Health Freedom Tuesdays so we can talk about your health and your fitness, looking after yourself while you are contributing in the world. So this is me, Iona Mead, signing off for today's episode. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you, Gianni, for commenting. I really appreciate. For those of you who popped in and popped out, hopefully you will comment. Let me know that you found this of value. Mwah. Big love. Is showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. Share your gifts and shine your light because you are born to serve. Big love. Mwah. Take care.